Hi everybody, I'm Mrs. Insane Witch and welcome to another Gems of War video. This is the journey video. It's the guild event of the week. Don't forget you have to use Scoria Giant-born in every team to get 2 times magic, and the third trait gives 2 times to 3 times score also. So let's go first of all to the shop and buy the tiers that we need to buy. So I'm going to buy easy buy button and get all the things, but if you do not want to buy that much, you will have to at least buy tier 3 to get the new weapon and copies, at least 1 copy of the Scoria Giant-born guaranteed. So, and then you can use orbs to level it up or to ascend it to mythic, or whatever you can do, but at least tier 3 to get 1 copy of the troop that we need and the new weapon. And now I'm going to buy easy buy button. And let's see, I only have 4 teams to show you today because this is not a very good event, especially with the troop restrictions and everything. There is not much we can do. So let's travel some miles and do our best with what we can. So first team. But first I'm going to level up my team captain. So oh my god, Scoria Giant-born. Let's ascend it, and you don't need to use more than once because the score will not stack, so only 1 is needed on the team. And so yeah, third trait very important because it will give us more miles depending on the ascension, so 2 times, 2.5 times, or 3 times miles on the journey event based on ascension. So if you have it on mythic, is the best, but if you cannot, legendary or epic, we will take whatever we can get to help the guild. It's always good. So traits is done, ascension is done, and now level up. Always very important also to level up. Okay, now let's see. On the first team we have Mountain Crusher, 2 mana generate. So we will explode the board. We are using the class Titan. Then we have Fire Giant, so deals a number of damage to an enemy, deal triple damage if they are burning, and create 10 red gems if the enemy dies. Fully traded, so allied giants gain 2 life, gain 1 life on 4 or 5 gem matches, and gain bonus red mana from red gem matches. Then we have Jarfire Mantle. Creates 9 red and 9 yellow gems and then deals a number of damage to an enemy. Gain 3 to all skills if in first position, which is not the case. Gain 2 life on 4 or 5 gem matches and burn a random enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. And then of course we have our team captain, so our pathfinder, Scoria Giant-born, that will deal a number of damage to an enemy, create 2 brown gems boosted by giant allies. For traits, allied giants gain 2 life, reduce damage from skulls by 50%, and of course gain 2 to 3 times miles in the journey event based on my ascension. So let's go to battle. Okay, we have a birdie too. Okay, so I am using class Titan here because of the 50% mana start. So on the the third trait of the class is all giant allies start with 50% mana start, so that's why I'm using it here. But if you have difficulties, you can always use elementalist also, so you can swap that. We have a match 5 here. Let's do it. And now, so one out of 2 an enemy, this one damage to an enemy, and this one damage to an enemy. Let's do skulls, and now deal some damage to the rest. Okay, so I'm only going to do one fight with each team, because I tend to digress and the videos sometimes get too long, and also I only have 4 teams, so let's jump to the next team. On this one we are using Ogress. Pull myself to the front and stun the first enemy, then explode 1 random gem boosted by my life. 4 traits. First one not important because we are not on bounty. Second one, reduce damage from skulls by 50% and summon a fortress gate when I die. So we have a summon there if we need. Then of course we have Black Manacles, deals a number of damage to all enemies, and there is a 20% chance to devour a random enemy. We are using again the class Titan because of the 50% mana start. And we are using also Vidar the Vast. Choose an enemy and there is a 10% chance to devour them, boosted by blue gems on the board. Otherwise deals a number of damage. 4 traits, deals double skull damage versus stunned enemies, immunity to stun, and gain 2 attack, life and armor when matching 4 or more gems. And then we have of course our pet finder, Scoria Giant-born. So let's do the fight. And look at the board. No match force. Of course not no match force. So let's do browns. And right now we can cast Black Manacles and deal with everything. And let me grab the other team. So copy, manage and paste. If you can, always choose the battle that will give you more miles. It's advisable, but if you cannot, you can always do the ones that are lower. Okay, on this one we have Doomed Spade. Deals a number of damage to the first 2 enemies, plus 2 per tempering level. Creates 2 brown gems for each brown ally and enemy. If the enemy has a doom, gains a random status effect. We are using class Elementalist on this one. And we have Grimborn Blood Eye. Deals a number of damage to an enemy, and there is a 20% chance to kill them, boosted by frozen and bleeding enemies. 4 traits, gain 2 life on 4 or 5 gem matches, immunity to frozen, and inflict freeze and bleed to a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems on the 3rd trait. And of course our pet finder, Scoria Giant-born. Let's go to battle. And what we want, so we are going, any match force? No match force, so let's do the browns here and do that skulls. And now what we want to do, let's do some blues. What can I do? I wanted browns or something, but no, so let's do blues. And now we can do some browns. And we can cast Doomed Spade. And why not Green Blood Eye? So this is the third team I had to show you. And now let's go and grab the last team. And paste. Paste, please. So on this team we have Earth's Fury that will eliminate all armor from an enemy and deal a number of damage. Gives all allies to attack boosted by armor eliminated. We are using the class Elementalist. We have Ogre Tor. Destroy a random row, deals a number of damage to an enemy, and inflict 1 to 3 random status effects. For traits, deals double skull damage versus turned enemies, gain 1 life on 4 or 5 gem matches, and reduce damage from skulls by 25%. Then we have our Pet Finder. And we have the Onyx Giant. Deals a number of scatter damage, then convert 8 gems of a chosen color to Uber Doomed Skulls. Allied Giant gain 2 life, reduce damage from skulls by 50%, and create 2 Uber Doomed Skulls when I take skull damage. So on this team I'm using Earth's Fury, but you can also use Mang. So I'm just using Earth's Fury to showcase another weapon that we can use, because usually I do use Mang. So you can use this team and use Mang. What? Yeah. So let's Mang. So the difference between the two is that Earth's Fury has a smallest ratio, but gives armor to all allies. No, not armor, attack. So eliminates all armor from an enemy, deals a number of damage, and gives 2 allies attack. So it has a smallest ratio and gives 2 attack to 2 allies. To all allies, sorry, 2 attack to all allies, yes. So it gives attack to all allies, but a smallest ratio. Mang has a biggest ratio, but it will only give attack to the hero, so to the weapon. But yes, you can swap Earth's Fury for Mang, and use the same team, but I just wanted to showcase another weapon and show you the difference. And yeah, Earth's Fury gives attack to all allies, and Mang only gives it to herself, so only to the hero. So that's the difference between the two, but you can use it also if you prefer. And let's go to battle. And let's see what we want to do. No match force. So first of all, we are going to take yellows off the board. We do not want the birdie to fly away, although I do not need yellows, but the birdie is in the first slot and I do not want it to get mana. So now let's do some skulls and take care of the birdie. Now we can breed a little bit, and now we can do whatever color we need to do as long as the board let us. So let's do browns. Could have done it the other way. Okay. And let's cast Earth's Fury on someone. Preferably on someone that has more armor. And now let's do some skulls. and we can cast Scoria Giant-born to finish the fight. So always cast Earth's Fury on anyone that has more armor, and the same goes for Mang. So always on the enemy that has the most armor. Okay, these were the teams that I had to show you for today's journey, this week's journey. But then again, with these restrictions, there is only so much we can do. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to all my shenanigans, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!